Hey guys, Jaws the Shark Reviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy United Core Class Energon Megatron. So, here he is in his jet mode, and yeah, so before we take a look at Megatron himself, let's take a look briefly at his packaging. So this is actually the first Energon character to be included in the Legacy line. And I think that's pretty cool because we've already gotten quite a bit from Armada and a little bit of Cybertron, but before 2024, we got quite a bit of Armada and a little bit of Cybertron. We only got like Override and Metroplex. Technically we did get Hotshot and Optimus back in around the Siege days, but those figures were kind of because they're more just retools. But we never got Energon, but now it's finally, the day's finally come, and we got Energon in Legacy. So even though that show was mid at the least, it was horrible, but it's still cool to get new figures of these designs, because Energon, I will admit, has some pretty cool designs, except for Ironhide. His design sucked, especially in the alt mode. Anyways, and it's fitting because 2024 is the 20th anniversary of Energon. So anyways, let's take a look at the packaging here. So here's the artwork, really nice. Legacy United, this down here, not to be confused with the current Skybound comics with Energon Universe. On the side here, you get another view of that same artwork we saw. On this side, you get half of the Legacy United artwork. Oh my god, 40 years! And on the back, let's get product shots, 11 steps, all this down here, and all this down there. And that's pretty much it for the packaging. So let's bring Megatron right back into the frame. And I gotta say, I was quite, interested when there was listings for this guy, like alongside the other Legacy United Wave 1 figures, because it's a core class of a version of this character we haven't seen in probably 20 years, at least officially. So, I was quite, a bit intrigued to see what he looked like, and especially how he would be in hand. And well, he's I don't want to give away my thoughts on this figure yet, because the review has just begun, so you'll have to wait till the end. Ha! Take that, but not just kidding. But anyways, let's take a close look here at Megatron in his alt mode. And really nice. It does take cues from the original figure and stuff, like with the little tank sword thing here. I think that's cool. And I love all the little paint things here that we got. It would be nice if there was some like paint over here, but it's the core class, it's a budget figure. I love all the little detail they put on that tank. Like, they could have just had that be a generic tank sword blaster thing, 3-in-1, but no, they put in some really nice details in there. And overall, really nice paint there. From the bottom you could tell just a robot all folded up there. But it's even then it's not too bad. But only issue I will say is you can see his hands sticking out. Like, there's literally nowhere else to like put these hands. Like, that's literally what the instructions tell you. So, bit of a bummer, but it's not too noticeable, especially not from this angle. I guess if you put the wings down a bit, well, that's where they're supposed to be. But overall, pretty cool. The only complaints are I wish I had a bit more paint, and the hands sticking up, but that's not too bad, really. So anyways, let's get into the alt mode size comparisons here. So starting off, here he is with the Kingdom Core Class Megatron, which is more G1 inspired, aside from the fact that he turns into the wrong alt mode, but technically he does have his old alt mode with this little gun here. But, there's that. And why not? Here he is with the old Cybertron Legends class Galvatron, because I've had this lying around for years, and I figured, hey, it's about the same scale. Why not compare these two? Because they're from the same continuity. And there they are. Not sure if they scale well, but it's still the same size, and I think they do look pretty cool together. Because while I was messing around with this guy, it kind of reminded me of this figure. So I figure out why not pull them out from underneath all those figures piled up in all those drawers of figures I got. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the alt-mode size comparison. So let's get right down to the transformation. So starting off, this sword gun thing is removable. I mean, you can really have this like without it, but you know, it kind of completes the whole look. But you know, there's that. You know, there's like two like little tabs there that go on these like slots. And other accessories include these two little green cannons, which can stay on transformation. But you know, I think it's easier just for me to take it off. And, oh man, the sling's getting bright. So let's fix that. Okay, so starting off, what you want to do is you just want to untab the legs from the shoulders and bring them down. Then next, rotate the thighs, flip down the feet, then move down the forearms, swivel them around, and then next, after that, you just want to flip back, or actually I think you're supposed to rotate this around, yeah. And then flip back this whole cockpit section, and I'll just stay there. It doesn't tab in, it just kind of sits there. And finally, just swivel around his head. And once you got that all completed, there you guys have Energon Galvatron in his rollout mode. And I gotta say, he does look pretty neat. You know, for a core class, I mean, you know, Hasbro's really been knocking out with these core class figures because, you know, even though they're small and, you know, cheap, they're still pretty nice, neat little figures. So kudos to Hasbro. But anyways, let's get into the details right here. And yeah, so there's the head sculpt, really nice. Definitely, you know, is Energon Megatron. And yeah, I mean, you could use a little more paint like around here, but honestly, I don't think it's that bad. The shins are painted nicely, and yeah, I love how his wing, like the green that he's got for his wings. That's pretty nice. On the back here, a bit of hollow bits, but you know, it's a core class figure. I don't care. And this is supposed to be hollow because you know it's supposed to fit around the head and stuff. So yeah. Now, anyways, for the articulation, head does swivel, does not, but it doesn't go up and down. Shoulders do move a full 180, but there's tabs here, so it kind of hinders things a bit. You can also move the wings here. There's ball joints here at the elbows, so you can get nice movement there. Nothing at the wrists or the waist, but the legs can kick up this far, back that far, unfortunately, and then out this far. There's a thigh swivel, a bend at the knee, pretty nice, although that's for, you know, that's because of transformation, so it kind of has to be a very good knee bend. And finally, he does have, the feet can move back and forth. That's pretty much it. So, compared to my previous review of Tasmania Kid, the other figure in this wave, you know, who had quite a bit of articulation in the robot mode, this guy, while, you know, he does still have some nice articulation, it's hindered a little bit compared to Tasmania Kid. So, yeah. Now, anyways, let's get right back into the accessories. So, it does, of course, come with two of these green little guns right here. You can see that there. And, come on, focus. I want this focus. But yeah, there's one of them. Pretty cool. So, you can configure in two ways. Well, actually, three ways. So, one, you can have them holding both of them like pistols. Another way is if you have them in like a sitting position, like which way you have in the show. And similar to both the show and the toy, you can flip these down. Although, I mean, on the original toy, you know, they're kind of, these like actually manually flip down, but whereas here you just have to take them off and then place it down like this. So now you can have him shooting at you with these cans going pew pew pew. But yeah, I like having him like this, although they got the little peg here sticking out, so I think it's better just to have it flip this way, so that way it's more cleaner there. And so let's bring in the other one, and there we go. And that's not, of course, that's not the only accessory. Again, it comes with this tank blade cannon thing, whatever. And in this mode, you can, I mean, I guess you can have it both ways, but I think you're really supposed to have it where the blade's facing the bomb in this mode. You can have it on either arm because there's a mushroom peg on, or I don't think it's a mushroom peg, but it's a little peg here on both of the forearms, and there we go. So pretty cool. Definitely screams Energon Megatron. So yeah, now anyways, let's get right down into the robot mode size comparisons. Here he is with the Kingdom Core Class Megatron. And yeah, they do look pretty nice together, but you know, besides having the same name and basically being the same character, they're pretty much unrelated because they're from different continuities. Yeah, and last but not least, here he is with the Cybertron Legends class Galvatron. His legs are a little loose, so I have to use these floor polish, I think, in order to tighten the joints. But yeah, this guy's still a fun little figure. But in the robot mode, this guy towers this guy here. But you know, there they are together, and he has to lean on these things because his legs are too loose, and of course, I mean, because he's got these things in the back, it kind of makes him want to wobble over. But yeah, there they are together. Just, basically a why not comparison. I mean, you know, unlike the other Megatron I show off for the comparisons, that Cybertron Galvatron is, you know, from the same continuity. So, you know, I figured why not just show that off there. So yeah, there you guys have the robot mode size comparisons. And there you guys have my review for the Transformers Legacy United Core Class Energon Megatron, because, you know, there's that Cybertron Galvatron, so I'm like, is it Megatron, Galvatron, what is it? Because he changed, he changed like multiple times throughout this Unicron trilogy, because in all three shows, he started out as Megatron, and then became Galvatron, and then the cycle repeated. So it was Megatron, then it was Galvatron, then he was Megatron, then Galvatron, then Megatron, then Galvatron. I know it's a trademark thing, but still, I think it's kind of funny. But it can be very confusing. But, yeah. Anyways, I think this guy's a pretty neat little core class figure. Articulation-wise, he's pretty average for a core class figure. My expectations for the articulations, in this guy, aren't as good as with Tasmania Kit, or at least doesn't live up to the same ones. Because, man, I didn't expect much either way from the articulation on this guy, but you know, it's pretty average for a core class, which is fine. I mean, as long as he could still pose around like I got him doing here, then it's completely fine. But Tasmania Kit, I mean, that figure basically broke some ground there for core class articulation. I mean, I know the reason why, because, you know, it turns into a beast, but still, I mean, you know, okay, let me stop blabbering about comparing his articulation with Tasmania Kid's, but yeah, it's pretty okay, I'd say, the articulation, but, and I do wish he had, like, a little more paint, but, you know, again, it's a core class figure. It's, at the end of the day, this is just an average core class figure, but I still do quite dig it. I'm glad, you know, now we're getting Unicron Trilogy characters in core class form, and I'm also glad that we're getting Energon characters in general in Legacy, even though the show sucked, but there were some really cool designs in it, so, and it'll be cool to have some updated figures, so. But anyways, guys, overall, pretty neat little figure. Anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of this figure. So, anyways, guys, as always, till all are one.